back here to the American Kickoff. We are on site, on location in the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina, and I am here with the head coach of the UAB Blazers, Trent Dilfer. Trent, how are you?
Man, good to see you.
Good to see you too. How you been?
Loaded question. I've been awesome. I really have been. I think I'm disappointed, obviously. I'm embarrassed. There's a lot of football stuff that I don't have a very good taste in my mouth with, but life is great. And I love the battle, and I think I got in this for different reasons than most people, and I got what I asked for. Obviously I'm as competitive as anybody. I want to win. That's my job. I'm not saying that's minimizing that, but the battle is what I look forward to. I was in a stage in my life where I was kind of bored, needed a challenge. My wife knew I needed a challenge, and boy, did I get one. So got what I asked for, and really enjoying all the challenges that come with this battle.
When you look at this and you talk about the adversity of it all, what have you learned about yourself as a leader as you step forward?
It's interesting. As you grow as a human, you think you fix stuff, but then kind of you revert back to some of your bad stuff. And one of my issues as a player was I kind of rode the emotional roller coaster. And if you look at the best competitors, you look at the best coaches, you look at the best teams, there's going to be some flux emotionally, but there's not going to be these giant dips. You're not going to be on a roller coaster, right? You're going to be more on a paddleboard on a lake, right? With the wind coming up a little bit. And I think I didn't do a very good job the first 2 years of being me, and because of that, I kind of rode these massive waves, this roller coaster of emotion, and I think my team had felt that at times. So I'm trying to be more consistent. I'm trying to be more matter of fact. I'm trying to, let them draw from me the lessons that I'm trying to teach them. You want to be a hypocrite as a parent or as a coach or as a leader, and I think there's times you're not trying to be a hypocrite, but you fall into it. You say one thing, but that you do the other. And if you're a young person, you're watching a guy you admire, your coach, and he's not doing the things that he's telling you to do, well, then I think you have a problem. So I've learned that. I think I've learned how to build a realistic building. That's the other thing too, is you come in to a situation and you have this idealistic way of doing it. It might be the best way of doing it, but it's not a realistic way of doing it based on the situation you're in. So I think we've learned what the realities of our situation is and how to best maximize the opportunities that we have.
You put out a warning essentially when you came in about the transfer portal. You said, that coaches know your roster even better than you do and whatnot. We're seeing tampering is an everyday thing.
Well, it's not even a rule. It's not even an enforceable rule.
Yeah. And I mean, again, it's Pandora's box, but people say this is like free agency, but it has no parameters of free agency. So, you played in the NFL, you understand that model. What do we need to do with the transfer portal?
This is a huge question, Dan, and I don't want to get on my high horse. I think, and you answered the question in your question. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows what the answer is, but because of bureaucracy, because of lawyers, and because of all this stuff, we can't get to where it must get to. My NFL friends laugh at this system. Like, they literally are like, how stupid can it get?
Yeah.
People are trying to use the NFL as an example. Like, no, wait a second. Do you know how hard it is to become a free agent? And you get it, and you're like, okay, this is my one shot, and I have this short little window.
Yeah.
And there's boundaries around it. If the Bears are interested in you, they can't talk to you till 12:01 a.m. the day free agency starts, and the league will enforce it. I mean, you saw, I think this year or 2 years ago, a team got in trouble for tampering in free agency, and it's harsh. Like, it's a real deal now, so you don't mess around with it. these are some of the most powerful people in our country, the owners and general managers and head coaches, and they won't mess with it. They're scared to death, right? So you have a level playing field. You also have a salary cap. You have equal resources amongst teams.
Yeah.
So when you start bidding on players, you're bidding from a similar pool of resources. That's nothing like college football. Like you can't even use them in the same vein. So I think it's kind of silly when I hear people, and people this week will do it. I'm like, no, you're silly. You don't know what the NFL is like. You think you do, but you don't, right? So to even use NFL models in discussing college football is frankly embarrassing to whoever's doing that.
And I mean, you hear the commissioner Tim Pernetti in his address. He spoke about let's not have a window open at the end of the regular season during bowl season for the transfer portal. He spoke about opting into the House settlement as well, and these things that are going on nationally of and also the college football playoff and what that looks like for the American. So speaking on the transfer portal already, what are your thoughts on opting into that House settlement and finding those funds, as well as the college football playoff, and if the American really truly should have that road, not that maybe road, because in the iteration of the 14 playoff, it was hey, if all the perfect situations happen and it all rolls your way, then maybe you get in, which happened for Cincinnati, but it wasn't a perfect situation where everything happened for Cincinnati. They won games, they did what they were supposed to do, they beat Notre Dame on the road. So just what you can say about the viability of actually having a path for the American, and then also with the House settlement, how that affects UAB.
Yeah, I think it's a huge deal. Tim is amazing. Like, it's so nice to work for a great, strong, innovative, humble leader. I do think that is something we don't talk enough about, that we are positioned as well as anybody because of who our leadership is. And I think he's put a great team together too. It's not just him, it's Tim and his team.
Yeah.
I think the American is light years ahead of the other conferences that are not Power Fours because of his leadership and his team. I think what he's fighting for is appropriate. I think there's really good football in this conference. I believe there has to be a path for not just one, but possibly multiple teams to get in. I'm going to say it when I address, like, one of the great joys is being able to be part of this conference because of leadership and because of the other coaches and brands that are in it. Now, saying that, you need teams in our conference to do what they did last year and to continue to do it. We have to continue to elevate our programs, and then you take the bottom of the conference like we have been for 2 years, and there's a lot of pressure on us to be more competitive as well. I mean, the whole of the conference, I think, is a big deal. Not just, you don't just want it to be top heavy.
Yeah.
So I think it's all good things. I think the House settlement and rev share and all these, I think half the time when some of us are talking about it, we might be talking about different things. For us, what it gave us the ability to do was let the institution have the burden of payer appointments. And every donor base is different, and everybody has different resources, and I think it's whatever those are, and I'm not going to share publicly what ours are. It's enough to be competitive, and our administration's worked really hard to position us that way, and I like that the conference is putting pressure on each institution to continue to up that ante, so there may be more of a level playing field within the conference.
I have a very important question amidst all of this. I found my Trent Dilfer rookie card. Will you sign it
of
for
course.
me if I set it up?
Is it one that I have hair?
Yes.
It's the one with the mullet on the back?
I think you definitely have. I've had it for. I've had this car. I refound it, and it's like a sideways one that has like different colors and whatnot. But I just found it, and I believe that I did not put it in my.
No, send it to me. You know, I'll sign it. I just glad people still ask.
Yeah.
I do like it when it's the one with the hair though. Like when kids will come up to me.
I think it is.
Or card guys will come up to me and ask me to sign something. I'm always like, okay, turn it over. Oh, that's the one with the mullet. Let's go. Because my kids don't have many pictures seeing me with hair, and most my time at ESPN, nobody ever remembered me with hair. I did have a flock of seagulls up here, party in the back. Like, it was a good look there for a while.
Well, Trent, you never get the opportunity to ask questions, but on this show you do. You can ask me 2 questions about literally anything. What's your first one?
Favorite vacation spot? Or dream. Sorry, not favorite. Dream vacation spot.
I guess it would
Because I got asked that today. It was a pretty good question.
I guess it would be Spain now because I
Spain.
just went to Italy with my dad. It was an 11-year promise.
All right.
So we went. So Spain is up next
Spain's
to go
on
see
my
my
list.
family.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's on my list. Okay. We do this as a family on vacation sometimes, just these random questions. Trying to think of a good one my daughters might have come up with. If you could be great, like elite at any sport, anything, like what would it be?
If I could be elite at anything, what would it be? I would say that I am a good shooter. I've been a good shooter. It'd be nice if I was taller, thanks, Mom. But my dad's 6 foot, my mom's 4'11". But yeah.
So to be a 6'8" wing and shoot like you could shoot?
Yeah, I would say probably in the basketball world. I also really would like to play. I would like to play quarterback because I feel that.
Be careful what you ask for.
I know. But I would say leadership.
Yeah.
My faith in God, my ability to talk to people, bring people together, community, just that collective. I feel like I could stand in a room and help bring out the best in other people and take from who I've learned from that are far better than me. So I would say quarterback.
That's a lot of the job. Well, I'll tee up if you get Jalen on today. I know you're busy. We got one who's everything you just said. And he's 6'5", and he's super talented. And his dad played, 16 years in the league. So that is the one really bright spot we have going for us is we have everything you just said, and he's wildly talented.
Well, I love that, and hope for the opportunity to speak with Jalen, of course, from the Kitna family. And as always,
Thanks, bud.
Trent, I appreciate
Great
you very
seeing
much.
you.
Good
Anytime.
seeing you.